bootcamp. Um, it's called Thinkful, and it's to learn how to be a UX/UI designer, user experience and user interface designer. The bootcamp lasts 5 months, and it's designed to be like an everyday job. And so your job is to go through this bootcamp. I looked and looked and looked for reviews on this, and most of them were a few years old. Most of them didn't really explain the process of the boot camp. And so I figured I would take the liberty or the opportunity to kind of explain my process of going through this boot camp. The reason that I chose this was actually because I didn't get into the Amazon Technical Academy. I used to be an Amazon employee, and I applied for their program that would land me a job as a software developer. And what happened was I applied for it, I took all the tests, ended up moving back to Texas from Utah, and I had to quit Amazon, therefore disqualifying me from the program. And so I ended up applying for BloomTech. They used to be called Lambda. And I was applying for them to become an SDE. Started looking into more and more of what a software developer would do, and kind of realized it's not where I wanted to go with my life. I know that I want a remote position just because of how much I travel, different things that I like to do. But once I really started looking into it, I found that it just doesn't really fit me. I don't like being stuck in an office all day, and I really enjoy interacting with people. And so started looking at different careers. I've always enjoyed graphic design, video design. I used to be a manager of a car dealership, and so interacting with people has always come very easy. And so I found UXUI, and I started looking at different schools and different boot camps that offered it. I didn't want to go back to a university just because I really didn't want to waste another 4 years and it's, $60,000 of my life. Um, and so I found Thinkful. Didn't find a whole lot about them, and so the more and more I started looking into it, looked very reputable. Um, no one really had anything bad to say about them, which is really important to me, obviously. And so I decided to take a chance. I start their school on Monday, and so I haven't started yet. I went through orientation. I didn't really want to start this video without having some interaction with the professors, or at least the administrators. The orientation was good. There's a lot to be said. They didn't answer a whole lot of questions. Mostly the orientation was uh, don't be late. Make sure you're there the first 7 days of class. If you're not, you're going to get kicked out. And don't fall behind. That was pretty much what the orientation was. Honestly, I wish it went over more of this is how we're going to get you to where you want to be. This is the kind of material we're going to cover, this, that, and the other. Uh, we meet with our mentors on Tuesday, and so going to have the chance to ask those questions. I had applied for BloomTech, like I said. I had applied for Kenzie Academy, just because both of them work with Amazon. I got accepted into both. Kenzie really wasn't the best of experiences, and I can go further into that at a later date. Um, but BloomTech was a great experience, and if I wanted to be an SDE, I definitely would have gone with them. My wife is actually going through their program. They head to toe, they cover everything. Um, they're a really great program. If you're looking into becoming an SDE and you're not 1,000% sure of what an SDE actually does, also called a backend developer, Amazon just calls them SDEs. I would definitely look into that. It may be a great fit for you. It may not be. It wasn't for me. I'm not really one to be stuck in an office. I like problem solving. I like working with people. I like coming up with new ideas and creating new art and just everything that I found that UXUI does. I'm gonna document my experience through Thinkful. I'm gonna document my experience after Thinkful. Gonna kind of go over the material that Thinkful does. I'm not gonna show anything just because that's kind of a breach of the agreement that I signed. But just more of a study material for me, show kind of what you can expect from a boot camp. Um, I want to kind of release a video every day, but that's definitely going to depend on the workload. This is I think it's 9 to 4 for me because I'm in Texas. Um, but it's a full-time job. Um, they expect you to be in class for 50 hours a week, but they expect you to be studying anywhere from 70 to 80 hours a week. And so it's a full-time thing. I think she said the first 7 weeks are kind of an orientation, get to know how the process works, learn how to use your system, the software, different things like that. And so after that first 7 weeks, I believe it was 7 weeks, it might have been 7 days, I'm not sure. But after that first trial period, it gets just really rigorous and you kind of just dive in deep. And so if that's something that you're not looking for, you're not looking just to go in head first and uh, just full on into a boot camp, you're trying to get eased into it. Maybe look at a different school. There are other UX UI boot camps that they take a full year. They take 14, 15 months. And so maybe that would be better. I decided I would do this one because I'm kind of sick of just not doing anything. I don't like being on the Amazon floor anymore. I was in customer service and then I was later in uh, tech. And so I just want to do something again. Um, Other than that, I'm gonna be releasing these, like I said, once a day, unless it gets kind of heavier, and then I'm gonna put them out twice a week. But this is gonna be an ongoing thing. I'm gonna do it all 5 months, and then I'm gonna do it after that. I want to help anyone who's trying to decide whether they want to go into a boot camp. And so if you have any questions, let me know. I'm not a UX UI professional or guru or anything like that. So if I say something and it's wrong and you know a better way or you know that I said something wrong, please let me know because I'm here to learn. Um, but I hope y'all stick around. Uh, if you want to, like and subscribe, and we'll get through this together. So the videos, hopefully they're gonna get better. Um, hopefully. But yeah, thanks guys.